Hopefully the audio is good. You know, you always hope. I'm gonna have to get everything together, so just bear with me for a second because I don't know what I'm doing sometimes. I'm already live. What the fuck? I hope everything's okay. Like genuinely. Oh, it's gonna be weird not seeing chat like that. I wonder if I can. There we go. We'll probably do it like that actually, because then I can see you guys. You guys can see me. It's just better overall. Sorry, my hair's a mess. Anyway, hey guys, uh, how's everyone doing today? So obviously, as the title suggests, and tell me if the audio is fine, if my mic's working okay, all that stuff. But as it suggests in the title, we are working on the planning and somewhat printing of my Space Marine cosplay. If you frequent some of the 3D printing file websites like 3Demon, Do 3D, Nico Industries, you'll see they have a lot of life-size cosplay. Thing is, I have been really getting into Warhammer. If you guys have seen my channel, I've been painting the minis, and I've also been playing the games and reading up on the lore, and I'm having a really good time with it. Now, I liked Space Marines before I knew anything about Warhammer, but once I started learning, I liked everything 1,000 times more. So I thought, why not, right? Oh, let me level you guys out a little bit. Anyway, so I want to make a life-size cosplay. I've always wanted to cosplay, but I could never really figure out what I wanted to do. I either didn't have enough money, I didn't have the resources, I didn't have a 3D printer, stuff like that. But now that I do, hey, how's it going? Thank you for coming in. Make sure I no, don't report them. Just say okay. Um, but oh, I got a new subscriber too. Cool. Anyway, but now that I have a 3D printer and now that I have an actual workshop room specifically for doing shit like that, I thought, why not? Let's do it. So Sorry, I gotta turn off my notifications here because stuff's still going off. Anyway, but now that I have those types of resources, I totally want to do it. Totally want to do it. And I just found some pretty good deals for PLA as well. This is specifically PLA 2.0 by Sunlu. I love Sunlu's brand. Not sponsored or anything like that, but I have rolls and rolls of Sunlu filament. Okay, I mean seriously. Let me show you guys how many rolls of Sunlu filament I have right now. Try not to knock the printer. I have rolls and rolls of Sunlu filament. Look at that. Look at that. I have rolls of them because I love Sunlu. I love Sunlu. It's amazing. And not to mention, it can handle the speed of this printer. This has a high speed mode, which I'll actually activate right now so you guys can see some demon time. But the high speed printer, this high speed printer and Sunlu work so well together. Printing a Benchy at 15 minutes with Sunlu filament is awesome. So I personally I love the brand. And so Sunlu actually has a sale going on Amazon right now. 2 1 kilogram rolls, so 2 kilograms total of Sunlu PLA 2.0 in gray, 26 bucks. That's not bad. I ordered that. I'm gonna order another one. I have both gray filaments in my Ace Pro right now. And I'm running yellow for these things called Cosplay calipers. So this kind of goes into the planning process here. I need to measure my head because I thought I had the measurements for my head that I took a while ago. I don't know if it grew, it changed, I have no clue, but I printed out the first part of the helmet, well, technically the second part, but the first main part of the helmet, and it didn't fit right. So, okay, man, I'm just trying to fucking live stream, my man. But so what I did was I printed out this section of the helmet here, and it turned out pretty well. But the problem is it's still kind of big. So what I'm planning on doing is probably, I don't know what to believe now, but I just if you want to participate, participate. But I don't know what to tell you, brother. But so this part right here, I added some foam to kind of replicate what it would be like to wear it comfortably on my head. Now it's going to look a little weird because I think it's personally too big for my head. If the whole entire helmet's going to be at this scale, I think it would just be massive and I would look like a bobblehead. But it's kind of what it's looking like, but I don't know. I personally think this doesn't really fit right. So I'm willing to waste another 300 grams of filament to print this at a smaller size. But if I'm going to do that, I would like precise measurements. So this is kind of my baseline here, and I think it's okay. I think all the details printed nice. You have an outfit for it. Not really. I'm working on the armor first, and then I'm going to be kind of adding the tubing and stuff to make it look more accurate to the actual Space Marines. So I don't have any of like the underclothes and stuff ready yet. I really just want to work on the armor for it because it's definitely a surefire that I'm going to print the armor. I'm buying the files incrementally here and there. And if I didn't say already, these files, Space Marine helmet, Iron Halo, the Purity Seals, literally everything is from 3Demon or 3D Mon. Go check them out. Again, I'm not affiliated with them in any way, shape, or form. I just really love their work. Oh, and another thing. This is also from the same guys. They have a free file out right now for Titus's knife from Secret Level. It's really cool. I don't know if I'll be able to use this in the cosplay because obviously I'm going to be printing out the gauntlets and it's going to make my hand kind of bigger. And my hand fits around this really nice right now, but I don't know if it will when the gauntlets are printed. So I'm okay with reprinting this. This was a simple, like, didn't even take half the day to get this out, and it printed out beautifully, one shot. And it does come apart. I haven't epoxied it together. And another thing, just because a lot of these people that do the, right? It is sick. It's so sick because it has the Ultramarine symbol and it's got the like detail on the blade. Like that's not imperfection. that's modeled with battle damage on the blade. And you can see it's actually like a really fine like blade right there, like really fine edge. It's pretty cool. And it's free. It is free right now. If you go onto Thingiverse or 3dmon.com, you can get this for free and print it out. It's pretty fucking sick. Anyway, so he also has other, I don't know if it's just one person, but also has really good free files for Space Marine stuff. I've been kind of putting some things on my backpack that I'm also going to use for the cosplay. So for my backpack, I actually made this right here. I 3D printed the chain and I 3D printed the Purity Cross, and they both turned out really well. Getting the chain on there, kind of a weird way to do it, but you cut a section out, you kind of heat up one side, you bend it out, put on the cross, and then bend it back, and then super cool it really quickly, and it won't come off, but it'll stay there nice and strong. Pretty awesome. If you do print that chain though, or any chain, add an extra wall. Normally I run 2 walls on my 3D prints, but for the chain, you're gonna want to run 3 walls. I mean, I really, really, really like the Space Marine stuff. I think it's super, super cool. And I have a few more things here. Just small things here and there. I also got, on the backpack, I got a Blood Angels Purity Seal, but I don't have the parchment done yet. But I'm kind of working on it all in increments, but I'm mainly focusing on the helmet right now. Helmet has become my main priority. Oh, and the helmet files. The helmet files are normally like $18. They're on sale 50% off for $9. It's not bad. It's actually the cheapest part, except for the accessories, of the Space Marine armor. So again, 3dmon.com. It's not my website. It's some other dude's who does really great work, and you're going to want to check it out, because all these files I'm showing you are from that person. All right. So we're talking about planning, and last time I did a live, I was extremely off topic, and I feel like people didn't really like that much. So I'm trying to stay more on topic with the live stream. If you guys have any questions at all, please drop them in the chat, and I will try to answer them. Also, I get it. I'm a small YouTubing guy. It's not even my main job, and I don't know what I'm doing half the time. But just, you know, keep the hate comments to a minimum, all right? I'm just a guy. I'm just doing my shit. Let me check some stuff real quick. Also, if you want to stare at the printer, because it's very mesmerizing, and I stare at the printer, go for it. Okay, things seem to be going well, which is good. So, planning. The way that I'm going to, or I mentioned this just a bit ago, I need to measure my head. I kind of just like eyeballed some of my measurements here, and it resulted in this. Now, this was a really great proof of concept. At 8% infill with gyroid, this thing is rock solid. My favorite animal? I really like koalas. Pretty badass marsupials. And I like snapping turtles. I had a pet snapping turtle, and they were pretty cool too. So those are my favorite animals, koalas and snapping turtles. I know snapping turtles are assholes though, and I know that firsthand experience. So the helmet at 8% gyroid infill is really strong. Like, this thing could fall off, take a beating, and have no problems kind of getting back up and putting it back on the cosplay. So that's good to know that 8% is good, but I'm actually going to try to push it to 5 just to save some filament, and hopefully the structural integrity will kind of hold up. Also, the details. The details are immaculate. Battle damage is built into the model, allowing you for some really good customization, good painting as well. The connection points all came out really smooth, really clean. The bevels are nice. So this is kind of saying to me, the printer can handle the task. I kind of already knew that. My Cobra 3 is a workhorse. We're about to hit 500 hours with 4 fails, and they were all my fault. So that's pretty cool. And so with this, I put, like I said before, I put some foam in there to kind of replicate what it would be like to be wearing it. And I mean, you guys tell me if you think this is proportional, but if you got to imagine, there's going to be a huge dome, and then there's also going to be the ear things on the side. If you've ever seen a Space Marine, then tell me, do you think this is going to be a good fit here? I can also fit my, I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I can also fit my glasses in here, which is really nice because if I can keep my glasses on and not have to wear contacts, if I don't have to wear contacts, it's kind of a win. I don't like putting stuff near my eye, but the more I put it on, the more I take it off, the more I'm kind of just unsure what I'm going to do with it. Print another piece, add almost 300 grams of filament, or keep this and then print everything else at the same scale. I don't really know what I'm going to do. I really don't. And if you guys have any input, please let me know. But right now, we are finishing up the calipers. Now, if you don't know what calipers are, I have a normal caliper thing right here. I got this one from Harbor Freight. I love Harbor Freight. But this right here, you can see, it measures in exact, oh, I'm going to zero it out. It measures very precisely, very accurately down to the first decimal place. So that's good for small stuff, but for big stuff, it's not really going to fit around my head. It might, but oh, sorry. For the bigger stuff, I've been told that these Cosplay calipers do really, really good work. Basically, you print out 2 of these, you put it onto this little 3D printed like bolt thing, and then you can measure your head, and then you take that measurement, put it to a tape measure, do the conversions, and then boom, you have the diameter of your head. I'm going to be measuring, you can't see my ears, but I'm going to be measuring ear to ear here, and maybe adding a half inch of space to allow for some foam and hopefully my glasses. I really hope that this gets me closer to where I want to be, because 300 grams of filament down is kind of a lot. It was kind of a big mistake. But if my measurements turn out that it's actually too big and I need to make it smaller and I need to just trim down the foam a little bit, I'd rather do that, because then I can get more pieces out of my filament and I won't have to order as much. That being said, $26 for 2 kilograms of filament, PLA 2.0, it's pretty good. And another thing about the PLA 2.0, let me show you guys something. Where did that fucking benchy go? There it is. So normally I just use the regular PLA from Sunloom, but I saw that they had the 2.0 on sale, so I bought it. Never used the 2.0, didn't see the need. This right here is a normal PLA benchy with the yellow Sunloom. This is a gray benchy with the 2.0. Now, at first glance, the difference doesn't seem super apparent, but if you do look right up there, it's hard to see at this angle, but if you look right up there, the bridging with no supports is less clean. And that's not a big deal, but on here, it is much smoother. And with that being said, if the 2.0 is on sale, I think I'll be buying that from now on, just because it does a little bit better and it actually smooths out on the top a little bit better. So that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. We got about 16 minutes left on the caliper's second piece. Then we can start measuring my head. In the meantime, watch my printer for me and make sure it doesn't fuck up, okay? I gotta go get a tape measure. Since you guys can hear me and stuff, I always misplace my tools. I have a really bad habit of not putting them back, and it kind of sucks because, you know, it's stuff like this where I want to stream or I want to make a video and I am wholly unprepared. Wholly unprepared. Then again, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if I didn't have my tape measure, but I guess it would make it like, why am I making the calipers if I don't have the tape measure? And that's weird because I thought I put the tape measure back. I also know that you guys probably don't want to hear this right now. You know, actually, leave in chat. Do you guys want to see the cyberpunk props that I printed? If you've seen my YouTube channel, you already know what they look like. But if you haven't, I'm more than welcome to show you guys. It's one of the coolest things I've printed so far. Oh, found the tape measure. I'll bring the cyberpunk props anyway. And if I do see in chat that you guys want to see them, I'll show you. But if not, I understand. I hope I didn't sound disappointed because I'm not. But, you know, I didn't make them for nothing. Okay. It is mesmerizing. I got the tape measure, so once this second part of the calipers is printed, we are ready to go. And before I did last stream, it was kind of like a Q&A-ish about the Cobra. Nobody asked any questions, but just know, feel free to ask any questions about the Cobra. I mean, in a world where bamboo is kind of the gold standard and we compare everything to it, and 90% of the people own bamboos, sometimes you want to look for other options, not only for price, but, you know, to be a little different. It's not why I did it. I did it for the price. But if you have any questions about the Cobra 3 combo, because I do have the ACE or AMS system, please leave it in the chat. We'll talk about it. I have to fill like 14 minutes of time, and that's why I offered to show the cyberpunk props. I hope it doesn't get taken down if I do show them, because they are guns from cyberpunk, but they're not guns. They're prop weapons, just props. So I hope YouTube isn't kind of, you know, looking in on my stream like, oh, he's got pew pews in there. I don't. They're worse than Nerf guns. They don't even shoot darts. So don't take my stream down, please. I don't know how it works. I haven't streamed enough on YouTube. I'm gonna take a drink. And I can show you guys my Warhammer minis. I've been learning how to paint them. I tried using my airbrush. Didn't work as well. Well, yeah. All right. I'm gonna take your word for it. I'm going to take your word for it. Okay. I'm gonna take your word for it. But again, I'm not gonna show them unless you guys don't want to see them. We can still talk about Warhammer because that's most likely why people are here. I also have a ton of Pokeballs that I've printed. I'm kind of addicted to that. And I have a Warhammer Pokeball that I printed. And One Piece. And another one. I have a few things. I just print for the sake of printing. I'm printing almost every single day. I've had this thing for maybe 3 months. And yeah, about 500 hours into it. And I haven't even done any like maintenance or changed out the nozzle yet. Still, like, I mean, you see yourself, you know, it's pretty solid print job, you know? And it's nice because it also has this high quality 2.0. I know other printers and other companies probably already have that, but it makes it so I feel like less post-processing has to be done. The underside always leaves something to be desired. So Bondo and filler primers galore, but you know, when do you not do that? It's people print on Ender 3s, you know? And that's not to knock Ender 3s because they are workhorse machines. I mean, they're the foundation of 3D printing that we have today. But I didn't like my Ender 3. I did not like it at all. And funny enough, this is the print that killed my Ender 3. I was printing the blade, and obviously the blade goes on the build plate like this, and I had the support settings wrong, so it snapped off, and then it kept printing filament, and I didn't watch it, so it ate the filament in the x-axis gears, and it seized up, and it just died. Just straight up died. Luckily, that didn't happen with this. So that's already a little bit better, just a little bit better. I'm also working on trying to make my purity seals with white PLA. So this is a just a skull purity seal that I did a really thin layer of white PLA, and it kind of looks like it doesn't like bend or flow that much, but I feel like if you just kind of put some bends in it, you know, you can kind of make it how you need it to be. But I wanted to, thank you. But I wanted to try to do this so it's more durable. Like if I'm going out with my backpack and I put a piece of paper on it and it gets caught or it rains, it's gonna totally fuck it up. But if I have this, it's more durable and it might last a little bit longer. I suppose the only actual issue is when you write on it, because there's layer lines and, well, just layer lines really. When you put ink or any type of marker or liquid on there, it flows within the lines. Capillary action, I think is what they call it. And that's a problem, because then you can't just go write a message on there because the ink will just flow right out of the pen and completely ruin it. So that's the problem I'm kind of encountering. If I just had a blank parchment sheet like this on there, that'd be okay, because it's got the little cuts and stuff, which I did not do with scissors. I did that in the file, and I think it turned out really, really well. But I mean, think about that, right? This or that on there. Ah, you guys seeing the vision? You seeing the vision? Pretty cool. And I put a little skull on there. But yeah, you guys seeing it? It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. May the God Emperor, not God Emperor, may the Emperor and the Omnissiah bless my backpack, I guess. Let's see. Got about 8 minutes left on the calipers, and then we'll be able to take some measurements and see what's up. If you guys have watched Frankie Built, though, he does a lot of really good cosplay armors and whatnot. He talks about test rings. Test rings are a cross-section of a model that you put on your body to test if you have enough clearance to do what you need to do with that section of the armor. I did a couple cross-sections of the helmet. Now, I did these before I printed the big piece and after I did the big piece. So at 100% would be this, and that goes right about here. Now, if you look, it's got some pretty good clearance. I'm gonna need, if any of you are more experienced in 3D printing, please help me the fuck out, because I'm still figuring this shit out. I'm only like 2 months in. But I think this is pretty good clearance, but I think it might have problems with my glasses. This is at 119%, and this has just a little bit more clearance and does kind of go past my glasses. Thing is, I was thinking about it, and I thought to myself, if I needed to do contacts for this cosplay, would I just get like a single use or like a week contact supply? I think I would. I definitely think I would. So with that being said, maybe I can get away with the 100%er, because it also, yeah, this would be I think I can get away with 100%, which would be less print time, less filament, and if it doesn't go well, I would still, again, be putting out less. But if it's wrong, and the whole thing I print is wrong, it's kind of a waste. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I really don't know what I'm gonna do. I guess let's get the calipers and then call it there. Call it there. This is past my ears though. This is definitely past my ears. So hard decisions. And a cool thing about the design is that the way it works is that you have, here it is. This is half of the back piece at 124%, which is what I printed this at, right? So the way it works is that it kind of goes like this, And then the earpiece goes on top of this part, and then a 3D printed hex bolt locks it in, okay? Now bear with me here. If I really needed to put the helmet on or assemble it, I could always remove the hex bolt and then disassemble it and then like put it on. You know what I mean? You catch them when I put them down? So yeah, that's like, ooh, that's the majority of the helmet right there. If I could tape this up, that would be great, but I don't have the other section, so maybe it wouldn't work as well. But let me just see here. Let me see here. This isn't gonna look good. I'm gonna look like an idiot, but. Oh! Okay, that's a little big, isn't it? That's a little big, isn't it? It's a little big. With that information, I feel like the more I mess around with the dimensions in my head, the more I'm hovering around. This is 124%, so is this. The 100% ring is good, but then it doesn't leave a lot of room for foam. I'm thinking 110% is the sweet spot. Once we measure, we'll get a really good idea, but I'm thinking if this is 120%, we lower it by 10 whole percent, I think we'll be pretty good, because let's just take the foam out, because I actually just taped it in there. Let's take the foam pieces out, right? And try to put it on here. Seems pretty big. And these are like almost an inch thick foam pieces. So if we put them back in, right? That's an inch on either side, or almost an inch on either side. So that's 2 extra inches of space that then starts to cradle my head here. I'm thinking we're nearing down. Cool thing about the helmet is once you get the dimensions of one piece, most notably the most important piece, the rest of the pieces you just have to scale at the same amount, and then you print them all out and move on to your next section. But I like this foam. It's a little scratchy, but I also have a beard, you know, so it's like scratchy on scratchy, so you don't feel it at all. I don't know if you guys with beards that might be watching feel that, but if you put something scratchy against your beard, you don't really feel it on your bare skin. It's like a protective layer, but that's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Thing is, there's a chin piece here. There's a chin piece that's kind of beveled. I don't even know if you guys can hear me when I do that. There's a chin piece that magnetizes to the bottom, and it kind of, it's like a hand where it kind of bevels down, if you know what I mean. So with that, the beveling down has a little bit of because your chin goes down, you know? So even if I do make the helmet smaller, it should be okay, because the chin piece has that you know, give space. I think it'll be okay. But let's take some measurements and go from there, because those are the sounds of my caliper's second part being done. So let me get that. It's doing its final checks. I love this fucking printer. If you guys can get a Cobra 3 combo for under $400, fucking get it. I got mine for $333, but there's a lot of circumstances that made it that way. That's a good fucking deal, though. Okay. Here it is. Cosplay Caliper Part 2. Not 3, 2. Also, I do clean my plate after, but I'm not going to do it right now just because I don't really have any super impending things that I have to print at the moment. So this is actually really simple. That bolt there has that space, so it has a little bit of give. So let me just pop that right in there. And our calipers are done. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I'm gonna go see if I can find my fiance's headband, and then we can start getting this on, because it's time to get some measurements. And check this out, it's tight enough where it's not gonna move. So once I get that shape, it'll stay steady. Go get these if you haven't. Cosplay calipers, Thingiverse, Printables, Cults, all great. I like Thingiverse, it's free. So is Cults if you do that file, but I'm just saying. Let's see. Headband. I always have to remember that you guys can hear me, because if I forget that and I say something stupid, which is unlikely, but if I do say something stupid, I know it's not going to go well. So, always got to keep that in mind. Okay. Okay, headband acquired. Ooh. Ears showing. Einstein. There we go. It's a little bit better. Anyway, so let's get the tape measure kind of measured out here. Obviously, my head is not 13 inches or over a foot, pretty sure. But let's get the measurements here, okay? So I'm gonna kind of look here, and I wanna just, there's the ends of my ears. I'm gonna go straight on. So that right there, check again. There. That right there is the measurement, the diameter of my head. So now we put that to the tape measure, and we can see what is up. Okay, so based on this, my head is 7 1/4 inches. So let's get that all good and converted. And then we want to add another 1/4 inch. So we're going to do 7.5 inches. And that is going to be how we're going to scale the helmet. So okay, so wait, I just got to make sure. That is 190 millimeters diameter with a little bit of give, again, for some foam. So now we can go back into our slicer and try to get those measurements for the right scaling for the helmet piece. I'm sorry I can't show this. I just don't have the means to right now, so bear with me. Thank you. So my ears are probably going to end up around, let's see, ears are going to end up around that joint right there. So I know what we'll do. So we'll do, What the fuck? What the fuck? That can't be right. That can't be fucking right. That can't be right. That literally just can't be right. Okay, what the fuck? So if you guys have used slicers before, there's a thing where if you do the distance between 2 points and then you see what the measurement is, and then you input the measurement you want and you scale it, it'll automatically scale it to that size to make it that size. But if going off of 7.5 inches for my fucking head says that it should be 125% scale. This is 124 and it's too fucking big. But my head was 7.25. I add another quarter, makes it 7.5 inches. 7.5 inches, 190 millimeters. What? 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 I'm so confused right now. Let me see something real quick. I've got to be doing this wrong. I've got to be. This is the measurement for the helmet. And that measures 7.5 inches. Okay. Clearly I'm doing something wrong. Clearly I'm doing something wrong. What if we don't allow for space? What if we don't allow for space? Clearly, 7.5 inches is too fucking big. Yet, this is the proper proportions for what I want to do. I'm not saying this is what I want to do because obviously it's fucking I have a big head, don't I? I think I just have a big head. I think that's my problem. I just have a big head. This revelation comes with many more questions. Okay, let's think about this. Let's think about this. If we do 7.25, buff up the arm. Like, oh god damn it. I'm not a proportional human being. I'm a tall guy. I'm 6'4". My head's big. My arms are long. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh. Okay. Let me think. Let me think real quick. Let's do 7.25, right? Let's see what percentage 7.25 is. Let me see. So 7.25. 7.25 would be 0.3. Is 185 millimeters. Okay, so let's redo what we just did and make it 100 and what was it? 75, did I just say? 185 millimeters. Let's do that. So we'll go here. You know what? No, I think I'm measuring from the wrong spot. No. So let's see here. I'm definitely measuring from the wrong spot, I fear. So I'm going to redo this a little differently. Okay, so we're going to go and do 175.0, and we're going to scale. Okay, cool. Aha, I see. Okay. So doing 7.25 from the inner, okay, comes out to a scale of 116%. That number I can fucking live with, okay? Okay. Maybe that's a measurement I need to do too. The cheeks, maybe? No, the widest part is the most important part. I can foam the rest. Okay, So we have a number I'm comfortable with, and that would be 116%. On the inner, we have a 7.25 in the inner space. Inner space being right here, okay? Important part. So 7.25. Yeah, I think I can live with that. I think I can definitely live with that. So that would mean that we're going to scale up this piece and do this one again at 116% scale. And we're going to start that print. Then we're going to, once that's done, we see how it turns out. I think that's okay. I think that's good. So let's do that. Let us do that. So we go to arrange. I really appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that. I'm just trying to not waste my $26 worth of filaments. I don't know where you guys are from necessarily, but over here you can do like surveys and stuff to get money. Me and my fiance did a couple surveys yesterday, and we got $75. No, we got $70. So if I really want to buy more filament, I'll just go do a couple surveys. Full scale or human scale? This is human scale. This is going to be armor catered to my specific measurements and build. You honestly missed the best part about me realizing I have a fat fucking head and that my perceived measurements are not actual measurements. You kind of missed that. That was a fun little moment. But since you're new here, I would like to show you. This is the first piece, except it's the wrong size. Yeah, right, fun. So this is the first piece I printed. I'll kind of backtrack a little bit. I'm starting on the helmet. I think the helmet is one of the most important parts. And even if I don't do the whole body, I have a fucking cool cosplay helmet I can wear around the house, you know, during sex, fun times. So this is the first piece, and it was at 124% scale, but when I put it on, it feels a little big. It's a little big. It's true. So it feels a little big, and I also have I can actually measure this. I have a fucking tape measure. Why do I keep proposing things? The foam is about a 1/2 inch thick. So with this, that means that if I have 2 1/2 inches, that's a full inch extra. So yeah, it fits snug because of the foam, but I feel like it's just too big. I just don't feel like it's the right size. And I don't need 1/2 inch thick pieces of foam. It's really not that necessary. So I want to try to print another version of this at what I perceive to be the correct scale, and then from there try to print the rest of the pieces once this is solidified and good. Also, if you guys like Space Marines, you know that they also sometimes don't wear the top piece. So wouldn't it be kind of cool to be like a Dark Angel, you know? Wait, because I kind of, let me flip it out a bit. I kind of could go for the Lionel Johnson sort of look, straighten it out a little bit, let it grow out some, you know, take care of it a bunch. And then I could just, you know, put the... Yeah. I could be a Dark Angel. I could be a fucking Dark Angel. And just... that's kind of stupid. That's kind of fucking stupid. But I like it. I like it, actually. But yeah, so this is the current piece that I have printed out, but to reiterate for the millionth time, it's the wrong size, I think, and I genuinely think the next 250 grams of filament I'm going to need to... I made a full-scale Marine cosplay because I don't get out enough. It happens, bro. That's something to be proud of. That's cool as fuck. That's cool as fuck. So update of sorts because it finished slicing. So for the new piece at 116% scale, 8% less, we're looking at a print time of about 13 hours and 260 grams of filament. That is nearly 40 grams less, and that can go a long way. 40 grams is a whole other part. And we are printing it at 5% infill as opposed to 8. 8 is good, but I think we can get away with 5. I'm going to be honest, and I'm willing to take that risk. So actually, MikeBot, you seem to have a little bit of experience. If you want to give any critiques to what I just said, the accuracy, the legitimacy, the possibility, please do. I'm totally open to the criticism because I am new as fuck. And if you already didn't see, I'm running the Anycubic Cobra 3 combo, and that workhorse is what put out this lovely piece of armor, and will be putting out every subsequent piece of armor because I only have one printer. Although I would like a Bamboo A1, but I can't afford an A1 right now. I have too many other hobbies in life. And I did mention fiance earlier. I'm getting married next year. Can't be going around buying printers if you're going to get married next year. So, anyway, I also have magnets. Ow! Hit my fucking elbow. I have magnets somewhere. I had magnets. I do. Helmet is solid. Remember, head weight gets, real fast. Pressure Mark 3 just takes time. Thank you for the congratulations. 5% to mitigate the weight. So that would have. I also have magnets. I don't know the measurement, but I made them for a deck box I made for my friend. And so here's the thing about the. Oh shit! Here's the thing about the magnets. They are small. So if I scale this down a little bit, maybe, just maybe, I would be able to use these magnets for the magnet bits because I don't want to buy more magnets when I have magnets. A whole thing of them. I used 4. I used 4 magnets for the deck box I made for a friend. Although that was on the Ender 3. Maybe I should reprint that for him. I think he'd appreciate that too. Not important at the moment though. This headband is sick. Just want to put that out there. She just got them from Amazon. Anyway, so can you epoxy in the gap? Yes. Yes. I don't want to. If I'm being completely honest, I don't fucking want to. But I could. We'll see what happens when we print this piece again, okay? So 13 hours. So I might as well get started. Let me just clean my build plate and then we will get started on the helmet, and I will probably end the live because I'm not going for another 13 hours. I've already been going for an hour. But in the meantime of me doing that, you guys are welcome to ask any questions because, I am here. Also, I'm going to put this offer out because nobody said anything and I really want to show. I know anything about 3D. Does the printed things need to cool down once they are down? No, actually, I think you were watching during, but I got my cosplay calipers right off the build plate as soon as they were done. I mean, as soon as these were done, you pop them off. So when your 3D print is done, it's done, which is really, really, really cool. So I'm going to clean that build plate, and any more questions, leave them for me. I won't be able to see it, and I can't hear if you're commenting. So. Oh, and if you guys wonder what my routine is for cleaning the build plate, 70% isopropyl alcohol, wipe down the build plate, that's it. Actually, you know what? Since you seem to be new to the whole 3D printing scene, I'm going to show you guys a magic trick. You guys want to see a little boat printed in 15 minutes? Because that's what we're about to do. And in the meantime, I will show you guys my cyberpunk props because I really want to. And no one's saying they want to see them. But too fucking bad because this is my stream. So the first one we have, and you know, just a warning, these are all fake. These are all fake. These are not real. And if you like cyberpunk, I think you'll really get a kick out of them. These are all from Maker World as well. I know it's meant for bamboo printers, but you can use them on any fucking printer. Just switch the bamboo shit to whatever printer you have and you'll be just fine. This is the first one. This is the Malorian Arms Johnny Silverhand Custom. This one's really cool. It is also not functional per se, but it has moving parts. So you have the mag release, and I made dummy rounds with silk PLA with blue Sunlu PLA. And it's really, really cool. Nice detail. And you can even see the text on there, which is awesome. Great detail. This is printed on the lowest quality that I could. So you just, and boom, and then you just mag release it out. Really, really cool. The next thing is that it does have the laser sight. It's not a real laser, but I think the laser sight is just a really cool thing. And the red piece slots into the gun, which is awesome. Next thing is that it does have a functioning slide. That's pretty cool. And so what I did was I took one of the dummy rounds and I actually used a little bit of sticky tack, and now it stays in place. So it looks like I always have something in the chamber. So you can just, pretty cool. That's really, I mean, all of it. It is just a really, really nice prop. Amazing details. The modeler who made it, just phenomenal. Phenomenal is the only word to say it. And you can even see here, be a little hard on camera, but you can see it even has the text here. And the text says Silverhand Custom, Malorian Arms, Night City. Really, really, really cool. Love this one. The second one is, you'll know this one if you know a little bit more about cyberpunk, because this is one of the weapons you can get from doing stuff in the Carry Eurodyne mission. So slight spoilers if you haven't played or are playing right now. This is my favorite gun in the game. Archangel. Color separated Archangel, no less. So this one is particularly cool because, again, and I'll have to stand up for this one. Oh, damn. It's my uncoordinatedness that's messing it up. Anyway, it does the thing. It does the thing, okay? And also, I made dummy rounds for it. I looked up explosive rounds, and I tried to model the, what's it called? I tried to model the rounds after that. So, working chamber, working hammer, working trigger, and it's all snap fit. None of either of these are epoxied together, which is fantastic because if anything ever breaks or becomes disfigured in any way from overuse, you can just take it apart and fix it. And that's awesome. Amazing files. Maker World, if you want to go and print these out. Super, super cool. Not to mention beautiful detailing on each of the parts. Completely accurate to the game. I've been playing it recently for my 4th playthrough and looks exactly like. So you have Archangel, which is actually kind of like Carry Eurodyne's, and then you have the Malorian Arms, which is Johnny's. So really, really cool. And you can see a bit of a size comparison there. Oh, really awesome. Really cool. Really, really cool. It's still leveling, so it's not necessarily a perfectly 15-minute benchy, but let me show you guys some of the Pokeballs I have in the meantime. I got some pretty cool ones. If you like anime especially. So, let's see. We'll get the Gum Gum one. We'll get the Space Marine one. Definitely get the Timer one. The Gengar one. Okay. Ugh. Yes, I did mention anime. So we'll start off with the simpler ones and kind of go into the really cool ones. So the simplest one I have, again, from Maker World, I love the website. I don't have a bamboo, but I don't fucking care, is the Timer Ball. Timer Ball is my favorite Pokeball. It helped me so much in X and Y when I was catching legendaries. This is all separate parts that I epoxied together. Came out super clean on my Cobra 3 and assembled really nicely. It's nice, fits nicely in your hand, so really, really cool. You know, awesome, super cool. I love having these little guys. They're just paperweights, they don't open, but a sick, sick paperweight. Next one, going on into the cooler of the ones. I made this for my friend, so don't tell him, okay? It's a gift for when he comes back. But what's that? Oh, just other chats. I made the Gengar Pokeball. Separate parts, yet again, epoxied together with the exception of the tongue, which is a snap fit, but it's a really good snap fit. So as you can see, he can, whoop, if he gets level here, I'm trying to be accurate about this, can stand on his tongue. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So this one is really great. Maker Road has a lot of really great Pokeball files, but this one is particularly good because the teeth look nice, the tongue looks good, and overall, everything turned out really nicely on it. Can't wait to give it to him when he gets back. Next, going into, I'm going to leave the best for last, in my opinion. But if you guys know anime, oh, you already saw it. If you guys know anime, you'll know exactly what this is. The Gum Gum Pokeball. Anime One Piece fans, raise your hand. This is the Gum Gum fruit or Nika type fruit. And this is from the One Piece anime and manga, recreated in the form of a Pokeball, stem and all. This one was really fun to make, and I think it looks great. I love One Piece. I have a ton of One Piece statues. So does my fiance. But yeah, super, super cool. And I love the mixing of different anime mediums. Just looks great. Looks great. You do need a stand to put this one up because it kind of just has the same bottom as it does the top. Whereas a lot of the ones on Maker World, you'll see have like flat bottoms for displaying. Not this one, but still really worth it. Last, those are so freaking cool. I'm getting, yeah, right? So the last one, you're not even going to believe this, is Warhammer themed. Yeah. So if you like Warhammer, this one's for you guys. I know I do. I know when I saw this, I had to make it, especially for all you Ultramarines out there. The Ultramarine Pokeball. Yeah. Ultramarine Pokeball. With the Ultramarine Purity Seal and a fake little piece of parchment there. This is modeled after, I think, the pre-Horus Heresy style Ultramarines. I'm not sure, still learning. Right, Mike Bot, right? Separate parts, assembled, but yep, a complete Ultramarine Pokeball. Absolutely amazing. It's even got the little thing up here and color separated and everything. This is one of my favorite, if not my favorite Pokeball. I started with Ultramarines being my favorite chapter, but eventually I grew up, not dispelling Ultramarines out there, just not my favorite anymore. But yeah, Ultramarine Pokeball, super, super sick. My friend, he actually said, hey, you should put the Purity Seal on the Pokeball. And I was like, how did I not think of that? How did I not think of that? So there it is in all of its glory. I love this one very, very much. And I know the Gum Gum Fruit one is a close second. I love printing Pokeballs, fast prints, amazing results, fun to assemble as well. So yeah, if you guys have a 3D printer, go print yourself some themed Pokeballs. You will not regret it. I swear, it is so much fun. And I guess like It's kind of easy to tell from the chat which of you guys' favorites. But I know for sure, again, Ultramarines one is my favorite. Second, definitely be the Gum Gum one. And third is going to be, don't have one yet, maybe. I mean, dude, I'm literally making stuff all the time. Not to mention, I'm going to be straight with you guys. There's a lot of really great filament brands out there, all right? And everybody stands by their go-to. I get it. My personal go-to will always be Sunlu. Unless their formula changes in some way and the PLA becomes worse, for like $14 a roll, that's hard to beat. So just remember, when you're buying filaments and stuff, it's okay to go with a cheap option if it's a good option. 26 bucks, 2 rolls of gray filament. It's a toy factory. Never regretted getting one. My boy, that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, stuff like that. I mean, look at what I'm doing. It's pop culture galore. Wait, where's the... It's fucking... It's pop culture galore. Why wouldn't you? Let's be honest here. I mean, come on. It's a treasure trove. It's a treasure trove. Why not get a 3D printer, man? There's so many good options now, too. Look at this. I'm printing fucking fake knives and pokeballs and armor and guns and shit. I feel like a kid again. This is amazing. But yeah, honestly, think about getting one. They're nice. Just, can't afford it, don't get it. They'll always be around. But the Benchy has 11 minutes left. Again, leveling is always necessary, in my opinion. I always do leveling before a print, but you can see it go on pure demon time. So to end off the stream, I will be doing just that. I will be showing you guys the pure raw speed of my Cobra 3. Sorry, desk is messy, everything's messy, floor is messy, get used to it. Watch the amazing Cobra 3 in action. I'll talk a little bit here and there, but this is really just to watch you guys, watch me, watch you, watch me, watch it. I mean, I would actually love that. I just don't know how I would contact you, if I'm being completely honest. But I would very much appreciate any help that you're willing to give. I just, let me know how you want to do that, I guess. It's beautiful, isn't it? It truly is. It's gorgeous. This is art, 100%. I'm with you. I'm with you. After this, I'll get the Space Marine thing started, but I never get tired of watching this. Also, I hope you guys like my fan cover. It is a Cobra, I think, or a Viper or some shit like that. This is the stock one right here. I did not like that at all. I thought it was super boring. So I found a snake, did some multicolor printing, and that is how it looks now. I really like it. And although the light on the extruder isn't necessary, I like having it on because it lights up the anti-cubic symbol. I have lights all around. The fuck do I need a light on my printer for? I do time lapses too with my camera, but I don't think I need the light. But it's fun to have. Hey, real quick, I want to thank you guys for coming out to the stream and anyone who subsequently watches this later on. It means a lot to me. I am about to hit 300 subscribers pretty soon. I think I'm 17 away. And I remember when I didn't have any views at all and no one was watching my stuff. And It's really nice to see even 7 likes, 4 viewers. That's fine with me because I'm just glad to have you guys here. And I appreciate the conversation. I appreciate the support. And yeah, I just want to make sure you guys know that. I really appreciate you guys being here. You know, I'm a sentimental guy, a sensitive guy. So if you do watch me anymore, you'll know that. But thank you guys for being here. And thank you to MikeBot and Utro, I believe that's how you say it, for bearing with me and talking to me and stuff. And I really appreciate that. I really, really do. Thank you. But I appreciate you guys being here. And I appreciate uh, you for being you guys. Really great conversation and really great opinions and just really great people. So just remember, if you ever want to come back to this channel, I'm never going to say subscribe. I never say that in any of my videos. I say if you want to come back, you come back because, you know, as far as I'm concerned, I as far as I'm concerned, you guys are my friends, and friends are cool. So just didn't want to get too sappy throughout the whole thing, but I did want to let you guys know that that's how I feel towards my viewers, and hope you guys have good days after the stream ends. Where I'm at, it's about 11:13, so got a whole day ahead of me to do stuff. After this, I'm going to start the Space Marine print. And thanks, man. Thank you very much. But I got a lot of stuff that I'm going to be doing in the upcoming days and stuff, and I'm going to be posting it on all my socials. I got a TikTok and my YouTube and an Instagram. Instagram low key sucks. I don't post a lot to Instagram because not a lot of commenters, not a lot of followers. But I like the video platforms. You know, like YouTube and TikTok. They're pretty cool. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna reiterate. I like you guys. Very very cool to interact with my audience, and hope to see you guys again. Oh, my Insta, it's the same thing. The Impatient Hobbyist. That's my name on everything actually. And yeah, Impatient Hobbyist is what I go by. Still holds true even after I think I've been doing YouTube for about 2 years. And yeah, impatient still. I do shit like this all the time where I just watch my printer make stuff. I'm pretty sure my printer thinks I'm a stalker. Like if printers, if that snakehead could see, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, you're totally, you're totally a fucking stalker." I'm like, no, I'm not a stalker. I'm just stalking my printer because I want to make sure it doesn't fuck up. I still have the fears of my printer messing up after all this time. 500 hours in, 4 fails, and I still think it's gonna mess up. I don't know, man. It's just the way I think. I think all 3D printers or 3D modelers, printers, whatever. I think they all think that. Hey, Mike Bot, thank you so much for following me on Insta, man. Really, really appreciate that. I don't post that much there, but just remember that I do sometimes post there. I also post like some of my daily life stuff. So if you're interested in that, also go there. If not, I understand. YouTubers are personalities. Sometimes you don't follow a personality because you want to know what they're like outside of YouTube. Oh, my Instagram, it's the Impatient Hobbyist. All my socials, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, they're all the Impatient Hobbyist. No one else got named that, which is awesome. Pretty unique name as far as I'm concerned. God, do you guys remember when this wasn't possible? Like, for the people that 3D print out there, do you guys remember when, like, yeah, dude, definitely. People like that, but I'm gonna be honest. Go to TikTok or YouTube. Don't fucking mess around with Instagram, dude. It's not worth it. You just won't reach the people. Yes, that is a Benchy that is printed in 15 minutes. Currently on the last 3 minutes right now. That's what I should do. I should have a 24-hour benchy stream, you know, like literally just print benchies at maximum speed for 24 hours. Like just go through all the colors I have. Because it's currently printing at most likely 500 or 450 to 500 millimeters a second travel time. So it's going pretty fast. 15 minutes for a benchy is great. No way. Your name's Andrew too? That's sick. That's really cool. You don't meet people named Andrew very often. I don't. I used to hear it was such a common name, but I don't hear it anymore. No, I know one other Andrew. I knew two other Andrews, but I don't know any more Andrews now. Well, I know one now. Are you guys also mesmerized? Someone, I think it was Utro, said that. Hit you with a follow as well. Wish you and yours the best, my God. Thank you so much. I'll tell my fiance you said that. She'll be very pleased to hear that. But yeah, look at that thing go. Holy shit. I feel like I could not be a sports commentator. I could be a benchy commentator, dude, or a 3D printer commentator. And we have the Anycubic Cobra 3 currently printing out a benchy. I have about approximately 10 layers left, going at 500 millimeters a second. And look at it go. One of our star players tonight has been doing really good work on the Space Marine helmet scene and seems to be a promising candidate for the Space Marine armor scene. I 3D printer race stream when? Oh, dude, give me a fucking bamboo and let's battle it out. If any of y'all want to donate a beat up bamboo to me, I will put a fucking stream together to race. We'll have the audience pick out models and we'll load up the model to both printers and we'll just have them fucking race at max speed to see who has the fastest time and the best quality. 100%. I would totally do that. I might just get a refurbished fucking bamboo just to do that. That's fucking crazy. That's a great idea. Yeah, look at that. Look at it go. And there's no brim on there. There's no brim on that benchy. That's just pure normal bed adhesion right there. That's it. That's so cool. That is so fucking cool. It never gets old to me. I love watching it make benchies. I have like 10 benchies because I tried to print them out in all the colors I had. And if you look, Sunlu usually has like a 10 kilogram bundle for like $110. Sometimes it's on sale for 90. And 10 grams of filament, rainbow color with black, white, no, gray, black, white, and clear. Clear filament's crazy. In fact, if you guys want me to do a clear filament benchy real quick, just please let me know because I don't see a lot of people printing in clear filament. But like right now, right in the chat, if anybody wants a clear filament benchy, we'll just have another 15 minutes just to do that. But you got to let me know right now because the printer is in its final stages. And yep, it's about to finish. And once it finishes, I'm probably going to end the stream. But if you guys want to see a clear benchy and talk some more, I'm totally down. Butterscotch, you're a little bit late to the stream, so, and that's not a dig. I mean, it's a fact. You did come at the end of the stream. But if you want to see one more benchy in clear filament, just let me know right now. Right now. Type it in the chat right now. Right now. I got to put everything away anyway. Yep, I see that the benchy has been completed. Thank you very much, Anycubic. I'm watching it because I'm stalking my printer. W stream, thank you. Thank you, man. Honestly, very, very nice of you. Very nice of you. You've been a great audience. Great audience. Doesn't sound like we want to see a clear benchy. So I'll leave you with my small boat and some kind words because I love you guys. I love talking to you guys. I love streaming. I love making videos for you guys. Even if I missed the few minutes are great. Butterscotch, Butterscorch. Thank you, Butterscorch. Great to have you. Great to have all of you. My little boat. I want to print a big boat. Big benchy. Ooh. Ooh, I want a big benchy. I want a big benchy. Anyway, again, thank you guys. Thank you guys very much. Loved having you here. Love talking to you guys. And I will be updating my socials with the Space Marine project. And goddamn, you guys have a great day. You deserve it. All of you. All five of you. All five of you deserve a great day. So you go have one, okay? Enough watching me. Anyway, I'm getting all sentimental now. Bye, guys. Take it easy.